I just listened to David Sachs and Mark Benioff have a conversation at the Salesforce annual conference, Dreamforce. They were talking about the AI race with China. In your opinion, what ramifications would occur to the world if China or any other non-US country wins the AI race? Brilliant question. And this is what everybody should be thinking about all the time. Now, I have a lot of thoughts on this. I'm not going to read them all, but I'm going to give you the 4 buckets and I'm going to give you my thoughts written down, pause and hit it. But the first thing we need to think about all the time is economic impact. As we covered the very first question today, AI will add trillions to GDP, okay? And 70% will go to the leader. Winner takes most. I don't care if it's China or the US or maybe Brazil, maybe somewhere in South Africa. We don't know where the winner is going to come from, but the winner in AI will take most because that's the way of the world. And I reckon if all this GDP is made by a winner who is the leader in AGI, AI, XAI, Tesla, think about that, they could stand to make 70% of that going to the leader or the country, whoever. And within the country, there will be 1 or 2 massive leaders. China winning AI means the US loses, the West loses, Europe loses, etc. And American tech giants like OpenAI and Google would face tough competition. The question is, will Chinese AI be allowed to run the US? That's the other thing. Also, there'll be jobs inequality and federal budget problems because if China wins, the US middle class will be hollowed out and the US government is toast, as everybody else. We don't want China to win. This is why I call this the nuclear arms race of where we are in this decade right now. The other problem is national security. AI will drive absolute military superiority. I started talking a lot about a company like Anduril and the advantages they had. Whole video prepared now, but I didn't share it because I didn't want people to be upset. It's like, oh, he's a warmonger. No. These are defense technologies. They're not designed to kill. They're designed to prevent killing from happening. But anyway, check out Anduril too. It's pre-IPO. But literally, the world is changing. I've got to zoom out again. The world is changing very rapidly. The way warfare is conducted will change very rapidly. There's no way the planet Earth is going to all become peaceful and sit around the campfire and play guitars and have a good old time. Humans like to fight. Humans like to kill. I don't understand why, but that's not going to change. Sorry, but it's very, very important with the way AI is advancing. Everything is changing very rapidly. And there are things that are kind of scary, like hypersonic missiles, drones of swarms, etc. AI weapons will completely change everything. Having an aircraft carrier is the most ridiculous thing in the world because it's a massive target. And yeah, you might have drone defense systems, but do you have drone defense systems for 1 million drones hitting you at the same time? The answer is no, you don't. And that's the problem. So little things like that are kind of concerning. And then you got cybersecurity and espionage threats. AI can hack into things, cripple infrastructure, you name it, hack into the electric grid, satellites, espionage backdoors, etc. This is going to be a huge problem. So, number 1, economy. Number 2, national security. Number 3, geopolitical and cultural consequences. If we are now slaves to China, we have to convert to their authoritarian policies. I don't like things like central bank digital currencies. I don't like digital IDs. I don't like that stuff. I don't like a government telling me what to do. That's just me. Maybe some people like that. I don't. And therefore, I think it would be very bad if China took over. And surveillance and erosion of culture and ethics and all that stuff. Not good. Not good at all. Finally, call to action for the US and the West and Europe. I hope the Europeans can figure this out too. But literally, we need absolute deregulation. We'll zoom out for a second too. There are states in the United States that are trying to regulate AI. Actual states that are trying to keep us behind. They think we live in a little safe little chamber where there's no outside influence. You cannot stop AI. You cannot regulate it to death. You have to let it be free and understand you're in an arms race here. Okay, it's very important. Do not let regulation choke your AI to death. Also, we need to boost R&D investment. That means electricity, that means data centers, that means models, and help support companies that can build the best AI. Also, we need to be able to attract the best talent in the world. Do not close the borders. Bring in the best people, which basically half of all the best AI data scientists are, guess where they're from? China. Okay. They've got really good brains that work really well with AI. So closing the door to the Chinese AI professionals is a bad idea. Bring them all in if you can, and attract more talent as well, because this space is moving very fast. So they're my thoughts about the Benioff Sachs conversation. I could be off base, but they're the four big things that are, embrace or die. Same thing as I always say, you have to embrace AI. Do not regulate it to death. Do not turn your back on it. Leverage it and plan to win.